A strong magnitude 7.8 earthquake strikes the Kuril Islands of Russia, west of Aleutian Islands of Alaska. 7.8 according to NOAA, 7.5 according to USGS, and no tsunami warning has been issued. Here we are at NOAA's site. There is no tsunami warning, so that's all right, thank goodness, because they were thinking that it would affect Hawaii otherwise. No tsunami warning. And the earthquake here is listed at 7.8, depth of 37 miles, east of the Kuril Islands of Russia, as you can see right there. And it's also west of, how did we get that? It's just west of course, the Aleutian Islands of Alaska. It's on the Ring of Fire, as you can see. And Seismo Berkeley has it listed at 7.8. This is the location right here. And as we know, Kamchatka Peninsula, all of this area here, even Japan, of course, is all volcanic, as are all the Aleutian Islands. We have had a quake before then. Okay, this just happened the past hour, that's why it's red. The blue are the past day. And this one was about a day and a half ago. Much deeper, of course. Okay, this was 56 kilometers, and this was almost twice as deep. On the Ring of Fire. And this is our location, as you can see. All of these are the past earthquakes plotted. The white, as you can see. That's the Ring of Fire right there. Okay. Here we are. This is California, as we can see. And if we take off the historicity and zoom in a little bit more, we had 6 people that reported it to the USGS, by the way. 6 people reported feeling it. 7 people, okay. Even though it's really far out and there's hardly anybody living there. They have reported to the USGS. Tectonic plates, as we can see right there. And the population, let's pull in, otherwise you'll see there's hardly anybody living there, but they still reported the earthquake because it was so big, of course. This is it right here, basically around there. Okay, there you go. And we'll put the population back on again. Okay, there you go. They don't have the shaking. Unfortunately, they don't have the shake map. No shake map. That's okay. It's on the fault line, as we saw, on the Ring of Fire. And they may have aftershocks because it was so big. Now, it's not that far from Japan as well, as you can see right there. And Japan's earthquakes, let's take this off and go in. Okay. We'll have to see what happens there because, you know, of course it jolts. It's on the same fault line and it may jolt either here or here. We'll see. So that's the situation there. And we even had a bigger earthquake in Kansas. You'll see one of my previous videos having to do, and I'll leave a link below, having to do with the mid-continental rift. There's magma underneath. And we had 9 earthquakes. I don't know, there may be more since then, since I made the video, but 9 earthquakes in Oklahoma. And we read and we saw the map of the geologists stating that that magma plume, that mantle plume, the magma, goes all the way down to Texas and even New Mexico. Not just Texas, but even New Mexico, the mid-continental rift magma. Up to here, you see? Here like this. And it passes right through Kansas and Oklahoma. right there. And as we said before, we have 15 volcanoes in Kansas. This one here, since we're here talking about the Russian thing, was felt by 9 people. And it's just Wichita, north of Wichita, as we saw. Okay. And people say, okay, they may be man-made earthquakes. It could be, but there's also, we have to keep in mind that we have mantle plume there, and there's magma under there. That's one of the areas when the Earth was breaking up into continents, that magma was there from the beginning. This magma, the Kowina Fault magma, was there from the beginning. It's a huge, large igneous province, they call it. A large igneous province. Okay, so we'll have to see what that affects, because it's so big. Sometimes they have ricochet effects on along other areas. Okay, just as I was about to post the video, I noticed that the USGS has now put up the shake map of the 7.5, 7.8. This is it right here. And you can see that again, it stopped the block. It stopped it. It stopped it. But if we extend the lines, it must have gone up to here. So it must have been, that's why it's up to 10 people have reported to the USGS now, even though there's very few people living there. I don't know if they were perhaps from, I don't know where they reported from. Maybe they were from Japan, from Hokkaido, the North Island of Japan. I have no idea. But as you can see, it must have been up to here. Quite a big shaking. That's what I wanted to show you for the time being. Thank you. And here we are to see what goes on there. This is where we had our earthquake. This is the Kamchatka Peninsula, the Aleutian Islands right here. And these are the volcanoes of the Kamchatka Peninsula, as you can see. Many tens of volcanoes, and this is the whole list of them right here. That's it right there. The Kamchatka Peninsula belonging to Russia. That's the fault line that we had our earthquake on. One of the most volcanically active volcanic plates on Earth, second only perhaps to Iceland and Hawaii. In this part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, there are over 100 active volcanoes. The Smithsonian Institute lists 109, and about 30 volcanoes that have erupted recently, in addition to hundreds of smaller monogenetic vents. Hence, they have formed during a single eruption. The active volcanoes form a 700-kilometer-long volcanic belt from Shivaluk and in the north to Kambalny in the south. The vigorous volcanism on Kamchatka, like that of the adjacent Aleutian and Kuril Island arcs, is produced by the subduction of the Pacific Plate under the east margin of the Eurasian Plate, and during the past 10,000 years, at least about 30 very large so-called Plinian eruptions have occurred in Kamchatka. The eruptions that have ejected more than 1 cubic kilometer of magma. With this record, Kamchatka is by far the place on Earth with the greatest frequency of large explosive eruptions. The most active volcanoes are Klyichevsky, Shivaluk, Karimsky, and Bezimiany. So that's what's going on there. There's a couple of red ones. Okay. Recently there was one that was supposed to be extinct, but that was found to be full of magma. That's the Shivaluk that we said before, and the Kamen. The Shivaluk is not the yellow. I don't want the yellow. It's this one here. Kamen. No. That's not it. Am I not pressing properly? Okay. Klyichevskoy, that's 4 out of 5. It's erupting. En éruption. It's erupting. That's in French. And this one here, again erupting. Shivaluk erupting. So 2 of them are erupting. We'll see what goes on in the next few days, because obviously it's a volcanic area. It has magma underneath. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.